Hello, I'm Pam of healingstars.com. This is a chart set for London, 27th of July, Monday, and I'm using whole signs as the houses. This gives a clearer indication of the signs. Now, last week we had a couple of major events. The sun changed sign into Leo. Here's the sun over here in the yellow sector of Leo, the heart. Leo is just 4 days away as it changed sign. And also last week, Mercury, the messenger, joined the sun. That was Thursday. Now it's moving. You look at the degree. It's ahead. It's a scout. Mercury can be either the psychopomp, or the scout. And when it's ahead, it's gathering information. It's coming up against Neptune this week. If you see the green dotted line, you'll see that. This is the inconjunct. It's a difference in qualities of elements. That's what it really means. They don't get along. There's a fire sign. Pisces is water sign. Water puts out fire. Fire and water together creates steam. So Mercury is pointing towards Neptune, and it will do through the week. But I can see another major conflict that's occurring, and that's Jupiter. Here's Jupiter at 26 degrees of Leo, and it's making a right angle, a square to Saturn at 28 degrees of Scorpio. They are very close together. Jupiter is optimism, faith, jubilation, joy. It inspires us. We look up at Jupiter into the sky. It is the sky god, king of the gods, Zeus. Saturn is old father time. Saturn is the absolute opposite. Jupiter expands, Saturn contracts. Jupiter says, it be inspired, think big. Saturn says, not so fast, sunshine. Saturn can be very good when caution is called for. When something needs to be sorted out thoroughly and a plan put in place, a foundation. I think we all understand the importance of foundations. Structure, discipline. These are Saturn's words. So these two at the moment being at odds creates a tension, creates a difficulty. Maybe you have a grand plan in Leo, a wonderful creative project, and you might feel held back, restrained. Sort things out. That's a key phrase for Venus. Venus is in Virgo. It's retrograde now. It went retrograde on Saturday. And as it moves through the week, what's going on is it's very slow. Any planet, when it's about to change sign, is very slow. This is also true of Saturn. Notice Saturn's hardly changing at all. But Jupiter, by next Monday, the 3rd of August, you can see that exact square of Jupiter and Saturn occurs. And also at that time, Jupiter and Venus becoming closer and closer, and they're virtually joined by Monday the 3rd. Coming back, so we're not there yet, and that is to look also, something has happened. Mars has made a right angle to Uranus. And nothing major, I'm crossing my fingers, seems to have occurred in the world. I haven't heard of it as yet. Mars and Uranus can often mean an accident, being ungrounded, being impatient. And Uranus, that little S by Uranus, what that means is Uranus is also stationing in the sky. There's a lot of these big planets stationing to move direction. As they do, they hold the same degree. And Uranus, interesting enough, has been at 20 degrees from the 23rd of June right up until the 1st of September. Any planet you have in your chart that's at 20 degrees, especially Aries, is getting a real prod, lightning cattle prod from Uranus. Uranus wants us to change. It does not like the status quo. That's Saturn's job. But Saturn is about to move forward, and that's good news. That means projects that have been on hold could well start shifting, and I suspect by next week. The other energy that I'm looking at the moment very closely, I'll just say about Venus. Venus only spends 2 weeks in Virgo, it's halfway through, because it will change sign back, here it is on Saturday, back into Leo. And we're having an extended stay of Venus in Leo because of its retrograde motion right up until September, so end of September. So this gap, this little window of opportunity, because I do feel it's an opportunity, of Venus in Virgo. It loves cleanliness, tidying, sorting things out, putting things in the right places. I've been doing that in my home. I'm using a book, although I have Mars in Virgo, so my Mars is very happy cleaning and sorting. But I highly recommend a book by Marie Kondo called The KonMari Method. It's extremely good. Although I would say I'm a pretty expert at sorting and clearing and tidying, she's given me some really wonderful ideas. Read more on my website, I'll give you a link there. What else is going on? Well, we are going to have a full moon this week. It's the second full moon in the month. Now, that doesn't mean anything. It's just a fanciful thing, but it's called a blue moon. So I like the idea of it. It's going to happen on the 31st, on Friday. It's going to happen actually later in the day. I've set this all for 8 o'clock. But a full moon is always a positive time when people come out and celebrate, because the moon is full. This is an Aquarian full moon. The moon isn't particularly happy in the sign of Aquarius. There's certain signs that the moon's happier in, and that isn't one of them. But Aquarius is the sign of humanity. Aquarius is the sign of thought forms as well. And at the full moon, we are being asked to look at this. The groups, associations we have with people, do they inspire us or not? That full moon, I just move it forward a few hours just to get it more into focus. It's going on about 1627. That's British summertime. So here it is, it's almost there. It's a full moon that hasn't got too many difficulties. It's the other thing I'd say about it. It's not too bad as full moons go. It could be worse. When you have big tensions going on, then actually I gave that time a bit wrong. It's not that time at all. It's at 11:42. What I've given you instead is when Venus moves into Leo. So that's what's going to happen on. There you are. Venus is in Leo on Friday. Prepare for the king, the Lion King. Prepare for the entry of Venus back into Leo. This is a time, these months, every year, when we are meant to get really creative, play, be in the sunshine, be around kids, have a lot of fun. That's the whole point of summer. Forgive me if you're in the southern hemisphere. But Venus is also talking about loving oneself, appreciating how wonderful and gifted we are. My mentor and friend Chuck Spezzano sent a wonderful message, his RSS feed. He chooses a card every day, and one arrived this morning. I can tell you, the word giftedness was the card, and it was repeated 6 times, just to give that point across. These things aren't accidents, they're messages from the universe. And that message is, yes, embrace our gifts. Celebrate with friends at this full moon. The other aspect I can see forming, won't be this week, but it's coming, is that Mars is actually going to trine Saturn. That's good. That's really excellent. And they're both in water signs. So Mars is building to give us that energy to make some nice changes in our lives. My next webinar will be advertised soon, so sign up on my website, healingstars.com, and I hope to speak to you very soon.